Oh shoot, this thing is... Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. Doing something a little bit different that we have not seen on the channel, which is this Camaro here. Gonna be doing some detailing work on it. Gonna be putting a ceramic coat on the paint. So yeah, there's a few steps that we gotta do prior to hitting this thing with the ceramic coating. Probably can't tell right now, and unfortunately it is pretty cloudy outside, but there is swirls in this paint. To be exact, in the black paint, in direct sunlight. I'm gonna try to get a clip for you guys of it in direct sunlight. The black is swirled up a bit. Nothing serious throughout the car, just some micro scratches. So I'm gonna be using a third step, most likely on it. I'm gonna have to do some test panels still. Clean up water spots on the paint and some little scratches on the lower part of the car. Gonna need some iron decon. Right now there is a wax, I believe, on the car, and if anyone out there knows anything about detailing, before you ceramic coat and all that, you need to wash the car, get it all cleaned up, which is where the iron decon comes in. So yeah, what most people do is buy, they go out, they buy a strip soap that's gonna strip out off the wax, sealants, anything on the paint, ceramic coatings, which is usually like a strip soap. And I was recently told about, instead of wasting your money on strip soap to get off everything on the paint, you can just use good old-fashioned Dawn. Takes everything off just as well, and you most likely have it in your house. But let's pull it out and yeah, wash this thing down, take off all the wax and sealants on it, and get ready to polish it up. Trying to minimize scratching as much as possible in this paint. So putting in this grid lock, I don't know the technical term for it, but you bring it all the way down to the bottom of the bucket. It's gonna be catching all the dirt, keeping it down there. And now we just add our soap in, start washing this thing, and use our Iron X from Car Pro. By the way, if you're gonna be using this stuff smells terrible. You can't see it on the paint, but when you look at the concrete, yeah, I don't know if you guys could tell the purplish tint it's starting to have, like right there. Yeah, that's the iron getting pulled off the paint. And with this, which is a Griot's synthetic clay bar, go over the paint. It's really easy if you drop it. Usually clay bars, you have to get a new one or get a new piece of clay bar, but with this, all you have to do is just rinse it off, keep using it. This is like my third car, second or third car I use this, and it still works good. So I'm gonna be hitting the whole underside of the paint and then starting to wash it. Also gonna be using soap with it, so soapy water and working along here. If you guys could see where that sunlight is, all those little scratches, micro scratches, that's what it's called. I'm sure most of you guys are watching might know, might not. Either way, the blue paint is like pretty pristine, but the black paint has the scratches. It's also I'm gonna do a testing stage first, and after that, pick the camera back up, try to figure out what I'm gonna do staging wise with the polishing. And then after that, throw you guys on a time lapse, I guess, and polish this whole thing up, and then I'll show you the ceramic coat that I'm using and kind of how to apply that. Take some time to get this thing really dialed in perfect, but one step, it's the fine polish. Still using the same machine as I have in all my other videos. Rupes ultra finishing polish. This is their third step that comes in a kit that I will link in the description, as well as the ceramic coat I'm using when I go get that. But this actually came out really good. There's obviously a lot more work that I need to do on this paint, but I'm really excited because this is kind of like my favorite part of the whole process, is watching all the scratches disappear, just taking your time, listening to some music, really relaxing, make this car shine like never before, and yeah, take you guys along for the rest of this process. So beautiful shine. It already looks crazy when it drives by. You got these chrome wheels. The chrome wheels, crazy blue paint, classic car. You guys, a lot more people actually like this car more than the Supra, than our Supra that's sitting over here. More people have, when I was driving this, more people waved, stopped me and asked me and told me never to sell this car as if it's mine. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I always thought the Supra got the most looks, but it's actually this thing. So I'm gonna throw you guys on a tripod. Well, it's been about 9.5 hours, 10 hours, and almost fully complete, but it is getting late and I have homework to still do for class tomorrow. So I'm gonna call it a night now and then pick this up back tomorrow. Well, boys, if you can't tell, it's the next day and I did finish polishing this side. It's all done. Got our lights on set, but insert the clip of me getting ready to start it. It is dark outside, but I was planning on washing the car off, all the compound that may be still lingering on the car, clean it all off, get it ready to be ceramic coated. But the car had other plans for us, so insert the clip of it almost burning down. Oh, shoot. This thing is smoking. Now that you guys have watched the car almost burn down, here's what actually happened. We have the terminal, which if you look right here, that sucker broke off from right there. And the part that smoked out is, as you can tell, this other ground that is exposed now. But assuming that this bigger ground broke off, and the battery pulled all the ground out from the little one, which caused that to melt and start smoking up. But luckily for us, it's only that has damaged. So I'll catch you guys on day 3 of this process. But pretty scary moment. Yeah, very scary moment for me. I thought I just burned down my house and a car, one shot, not including the other 2 cars that we have in here. But yeah, that was pretty wild. So catch you guys in like when we get that part. I could pull it out, wash it, and then ceramic coat it. Well, we almost burnt the car down. That usually doesn't happen when you try to move a client's car, which is unfortunate, and really lucky that it didn't actually catch on fire, because that'd be really bad situation to be in. But luckily it wasn't much. It was just a battery terminal. It's all replaceable, and we already have it, so we'll replace it later. But for now, we're gonna be applying I don't know what you would call it, G-Technic, whatever. I call it G-Technic because I don't know how else to pronounce it, but nonetheless, SCL, this ceramic coating, I did use it on this car, and I have yet to actually wash it. I applied it to the car, and it's been sitting ever since for the past almost year. Yeah, it's been sitting for almost a year. Really doesn't get driven anywhere, or hasn't seen the rain ever. So yeah, we'll do a wash video on it or something. We'll do a video on the car one day maybe. But on top of that, so the CSL, also after 2 hours after applying that, we could apply this. So XO, whatever you want to call it. And we only apply 1 coat of that one, 2 coats of this one. Before we actually apply the coating, is use this panel wipe, which is really just an IPA. IPA, for those of you that don't know, is really just rubbing alcohol mixed with water. And after that, you just put it on the car, it takes out all the grease, oils, whatever, and then you get to apply your coating. You guys can see right there, those marks are not scratches. Drop my gloves. Those marks are not scratches. Those marks happen to be residue from the polish that has not been fully removed. So before we get to ceramic coating, that needs to get removed. Open this up and let's get started on it. 5 hours. So the ceramic coating has cured. Their website says 2 to 12. 5 should work just fine. And now we're gonna be applying our topper, which is XO V4, which I do have a bottle right here. XO V4. This is considered their top coating. Yeah, so I'm gonna be applying this same thing, just going same way I applied the ceramic coat. I'm gonna be applying this using the same style applicator pad, going over the whole car. So same style applicator pad this time. I'm gonna throw a rubber band around it, keep this cloth from coming off. This onto there. Let's get this thing done. So to have this fully cure, I think it's 24, 48, somewhere around there, hours to cure, to make sure everything's all good. By then it can touch water. Technically, yes, you could move it beforehand, but probably just gonna let it sit here